What is that, a book and release, or is it down to the jail, you hold me for the weekend,
well,
or what?
Of right now, you're failing to identify.
Okay.
So if you
we're stacking charges.
Yeah.
For exercising rights.
So if you fail to identify, then you're going to be taken in and fingerprinted so I can get your identity. So then I can write you the ticket, and then you can be released.
How does that work? You guys beat me into oblivion until I'm willing to, until you can forcefully, I mean, because so if I'm...
Why would you say beat you into oblivion? Why would you use terminology?
Well, because I'm not willing to
Welcome to Mr. Right, the place where real encounters between law enforcement and the people unfold before your eyes.
On a cloudy afternoon in Salem, Illinois, a small town of just over 7,000 residents, a tense 40-minute standoff unfolded inside the DMV lobby. A determined citizen faced off against local police and the Secretary of State Police to defend the right to record in a public area amidst threats of trespass charges and demands for ID. Every gripping moment from the first step inside to the final walk of the officers was captured in detail by Odd Man Audits. Visit the original channel Odd Man Audits to watch the full story, and remember to subscribe to Mr. Right and leave the comment R below to share your opinion.
Just gonna read that on your way in, man?
Respectfully, I'm not going to answer any questions.
How we doing?
I'm doing good. How are you? Mind if I get your name and badge number?
Yeah, my name's Investigator Ryan Metter with the Illinois Secretary of State Police.
Yes, sir.
Are you a First Amendment auditor? Is that what you're doing?
I'm just a citizen exercising constitutional rights today.
Sure. So, as you know, there's a sign there that says notice recording or photography of any type is not allowed.
Okay.
Yep. So can't have you videotaping inside the facility. And there's that. State's case law favors. State of Illinois has to not allow the recording or photography of any type in Secretary of State facilities. All inquiries should be directed to the Secretary of State Office of the General Counsel, 217-785-3094, and ask for Pamela.
Do you have any case law attached with this that you would be willing to provide me, or?
Contact the General Counsel, and they'll be able to give it to you. So, do you have
Sure.
your ID on you?
No, I don't actually.
Okay. What's your name, partner?
Am I being detained right now?
I mean, unless the Secretary of State wants you trespass, that's why I'm trying to get your name.
Okay. What statute would that be trespassing under? State-supported land?
Well, you disregarded a sign that says recording of any type is not allowed, so you violated that sign.
So you are suspecting me of trespassing?
I'm saying if we want to trespass you, I would need your name. So
I am being trespassed?
As of right now, you're not being trespassed.
Okay. So as of right now, I'm not under suspicion of a crime.
Okay, here's the thing though, if you show back up and you cause issues, then we'll have your name.
Nobody even asked me to leave.
Okay, well they're asking you to leave.
Okay, or respectfully, I'm going to decline.
Okay. So now you are trespassing.
Okay.
So what is your name?
Would you mind, before we move any more forward, because I'm gonna do you a favor.
Yeah.
Okay, before anybody loses qualified immunity, look up the statute that you're willing to trespass me under and cite that. I promise you it.
Okay. Are you refusing to leave the property?
Will I be arrested if I don't leave?
You'll be cited. Yeah.
I'll be cited with what citing?
Criminal trespass to property. Actually, it's criminal trespass to state-supported property because you're refusing.
Look that statute up, and it will be in plain text why I am not in violation of that statute. I've just been through this. I'm doing you a favor, Metter, Officer Metter.
Yeah, you got the name right. Yep.
And
most people mispronounce it, so
well, you gave it to me first, and I appreciate that. Obviously, in the heat of the moment, that I'm not very confrontational at all. I'm not looking for a confrontation, but I'm not looking to have my rights stepped on.
I understand. I respect that. I respect your, I appreciate that and everything. And like I said, I'm just telling you that, that's why I gave you that piece of paper.
Yeah.
Okay. And here's the thing: I'm not looking at writing you a ticket.
Right.
I'm not wanting to go down that. I'm just wanting you to respect your rights.
So
like
the summons. Yeah, the summons for the ticket, would that go to the municipal court in Salem?
It would go to the Marion County Courthouse.
Okay. Yes, I'm going to do you one last favor here.
I'm not telling you I'm trespassing you, but I would like your name for my case.
Yeah, and I understand how that goes, but no matter what, I'm not going to give it. I'm going to do one last favor for everybody here. Call Tim Hudspeth. You're going to do yourself a very big favor with your career, and I'm not trying to be a dick. Yeah. I know it sounds very pretentious me saying that. Call Tim Hudspeth right now, and I promise you he will tell you I'm fine to do what I'm doing. That's the bottom line. He doesn't know me personally, but I just dealt with him personally. Call Tim Hudspeth. He's going to be the prosecutor. He's going to know what I'm doing. It doesn't matter who does it. If you're off shift, if any one of them guys in there decide to come in here and record, we have the right to do it.
Well, here's the thing. I appreciate what you're doing, okay? I'm not, like I said, I'm a full advocate for people using their rights. Okay?
Sure.
But with it being a Secretary of State, so they have their own policy, and as far as the General Counsel goes also, that's why we give you the number for the General Counsel, is a lot of people have Social Security cards, birth certificates, other things out here that we don't want people recording. You know what I mean?
Well, they shouldn't be dealing with that in public, though. You know, if they're going to do...
They have to do that inside.
No, they can take them somewhere private. So, 720, let me see if I remember this right. 720 ILCS 521-5. That's criminal trespass to state-supported land. And I'm going to read it right from the ILA.gov.
They want you trespass.
You mind if I get your name and badge number? I didn't get.
Detective Swagler.
Detective Swagler?
Yes, sir. 295 Salem Police Department.
295. I appreciate that.
Yep.
I'm going to read you, and I know this will be my third time saying it, but this will be the last favor that I do everybody here. A5 under criminal trespass to state-supported land, right? A person commits criminal trespass to state-supported land when he or she enters upon a right-of-way, including facilities and improvements thereon. No, I'm sorry, I'm reading the wrong section here.
Different guy who's refusing to give his name and maybe wanted to trespass.
A person commits criminal trespass to state-supported land when he or she enters upon land supported in whole or in part with state funds or federal funds administered, granted through state agencies or any building on the land by presenting false documents or falsely representing his or her identity orally. I haven't done that, right? We'll skip to the part where this will apply, what it doesn't apply. Okay? If I refuse to leave, well, I'm going to go back inside.
And now he's stating he's going to go back inside.
Absolutely. I have the right to. I came out here on my own free will, not because I was being detained. Just do me a favor.
You're allowed to stay outside, but you can't record inside.
I'm allowed to be inside also. When I remain upon the land or in the building, here's the important part, and who thereby interferes with another person's lawful use or enjoyment of the building or land. How does me exercising my First Amendment constitutionally protected right interfere with anybody's lawful use or enjoyment of this building? I promise you, I told these guys, call Tim Hudspeth. It's gonna save you guys from having to lose your qualified immunity over this. This is clearly established. The prosecutor of Salem, of Marion County, knows exactly what I'm doing, and he will tell you.
Here's the deal.
You do yourself a favor and speak with him.
I told you my first name. Can I at least get your first name so I'm not saying sir?
Respectfully, I'm not going to. You can just call me sir. I appreciate that.
Okay, sir. You're not allowed on the property. You're not allowed inside. Okay, you're trespassed. Okay, so you're not allowed.
By who?
The Illinois Secretary of State.
So you're
by trespass.
So you're not going to call Tim
Hudspeth? As a state officer, right now I'm trespassing you from the property. Whether or not you have a right to be somewhere, the people who have this property have a right to trespass you.
Well, it's public property.
Yeah, but we can trespass you from this property. Okay, because it's state property.
So you're just going to not even do yourself the favor and call Tim Hudspeth?
I called my sergeant. That's all I need to call.
But the prosecuting attorney of this county, you're not willing to count?
State policy dictates exactly what I gave you.
Well, respectfully, I'm trying to help you here, right? Because I'm not. You're misinformed. I've already been through this in the area, in Marion County, with Tim Hudspeth. Okay. No, you don't understand, or you don't care.
I appreciate what you have to say.
I don't feel like you do, because you're trying to violate my rights and you're not even willing to go through any single route to rectify your mistake right now. So under the authority of who?
The Illinois Secretary of State Police.
Because it's going to come down on yourself personally and your department.
You have the number for our general counsel.
I don't need counsel to exercise my constitutionally given rights.
Yeah, I understand that. So I'm
you just don't care then.
Okay?
So you just don't care?
Are you refusing to identify yourself?
Absolutely.
Okay. So I need a fingerprint check.
Is your body camera on?
It is on. Everybody's on.
Oh, okay.
Yes, sir. So, are you refusing to leave the property?
Am I going to be arrested if I
Yes,
don't leave?
you will.
Under what authority?
Under the authority of the Illinois Secretary of State Police.
So, because I've
The
never...
authority given to me by the state of Illinois.
Okay, so what exactly would happen?
Well, normally I would just write you a ticket and send you on your way for criminal trespass, okay?
But because
Normally
I'm
criminal-
being so defiant, it's going to escalate.
It's, what it is, it's failure to identify. So I have to write a name on that ticket.
So you suspect me of a crime.
I do.
So I've been detained this whole time.
Right now you are, because you're refusing to leave the property.
So if I leave,
If
I just walk away right now, then what?
then I'm going to let you walk away, because I don't want to write you a ticket. I don't want to take you to jail. If you
Okay.
stay on this property any longer, then I am going to have to put handcuffs on you and take you to the jail.
Well, I don't
and
want
fingerprint
that.
you. I don't want that either, because
It seems like you do.
no, I don't.
You're not even willing to go down an avenue that I've given
What time I
you.
get off work? 4 o'clock. 4:16.
Nobody's
I don't
forcing
really
you to
want
violate my rights right now, sir.
I'm sorry you feel that way.
You don't even do yourself the favor of calling him, though. Like
I
I'm
called my
obviously.
sergeant. That's all I need to call. And I provided you documentation from our legal counsel as far as a
Would
number
either one
for
of you
to
be
call.
willing to call Tim Hudspeth?
This is Secretary of State property. Secretary of State is.
And I just read you the statute that he was trying
And I
to
just told you.
cite me with.
And I just told
so
you what I had to
nobody's
say.
willing to even save yourselves the qualified
Kind of.
immunity.
From what I'm gathering, we're kind of at an impasse, right?
Well, yeah, because I'm
you have-
exercising rights and you're violating
Yeah.
rights. That's the
I'm sorry you
impasse.
feel that way. So right now you are on state property, okay? So, and I am asking you to leave. If you fail to leave, then you will be charged for criminal trespass.
What is that? A book and release, or is it down to the jail? You hold me for the weekend,
Well, as
or
of
what?
right now, you're failing to identify.
Okay.
So if you
So we're
fail to-
stacking charges
yeah.
for exercising
so,
rights.
So if you fail to identify, then you're going to be taken in and fingerprinted so I can get your identity. So then I can write you the ticket, and then you can be released.
How does that work? You guys beat me into oblivion until I'm willing to, until you can forcefully. I mean, because so if
Why
I'm
would you say beat you into oblivion? Why would you use terminology?
well, because I'm not willing to identify, so I'm not going to be willing to fingerprint, right? So just because you put me in handcuffs and put me in a car and take me somewhere, I'm supposed to just be willing to
Well, the problem that we have
waive
here
my rights now?
is so criminal trespass is just a ticket. That's all it is.
Right.
But whenever you start failing to identify and stuff like that, what name are we going to put on the ticket if you're not willing to identify?
Well, it's not a ticket, though. It's not criminal trespass. I just read him the statute. He's not willing to listen. I will read you the statute if you want.
Because you're refusing. Because
pull-
we gave you the opportunity to leave, and now you're not doing it.
I don't need. You should give me the opportunity to exercise my constitutional rights by recording in a public space, respectfully.
I understand what you're saying.
So you just don't care then?
I understand what you're saying. Secretary of State wants you off of their property.
So they trump the United States Constitution? I'm just asking. I mean, if you believe that's true, then you can say that. I'm not gonna hold it too much against you. I don't believe that's true. I mean, I'm not gonna fight you, but I'm not just gonna, you know, oh, here, let me give up my rights, or, you know, here, if you're gonna, you know, like I said, I'm not gonna get into it with you. If you're actually gonna arrest me, I'll do it peacefully, right? I'm not here to fight anybody, but I am standing up for our rights. This is it. If you guys are not willing to call Tim Hudspeth, the Marion County prosecuting attorney, it'll go directly to his desk, will it not? Am I wrong?
Not necessarily.
So where would it go then?
It could go to his voicemail. He's a busy guy.
Come on.
I called the state.
You know what he's gonna do? He's gonna drop the charges immediately. He's gonna review the body camera. He's gonna drop the charges immediately. And then we're gonna start litigating it. And I don't wanna do that, man. I've been having a good day.
The problem that you're going to run into is, as of right now, I'm telling you to leave.
I promise you. You're
the
not,
manager wants you to leave.
they don't have that right.
The manager of this facility.
Oh, I promise you
does
they
not
don't have the right. We've already been down this.
So if
with
somebody
Tim
comes in-
Hudspeth himself, he's already tried this. And,
So if
and
somebody
he,
comes in here and causes an issue, the
I'm not
manager-
causing an issue.
Right now you are, because you're not leaving.
I'm exercising a constitutionally protected activity, sir. If that's causing an issue to you, I'm sorry that you feel that way. That's not very American. Nor is it very, oath that you honored to uphold to the Constitution of you. You all swore an oath to uphold the Constitution, and nobody here, 25% of us that were standing here care about that. You guys realize that? That's me. You don't care, and you don't care, because nobody has given themselves the due diligence of calling Tim Hudspeth and confirming this. I promise you. It's going to look really bad. This stuff gets posted online, you know, obviously. It gets posted online. You guys know what I'm doing. I know what I'm doing, and you guys aren't willing to save yourselves that you swore to uphold? That's sad. That's honestly kind of pathetic, guys. It really is. At least somebody, you know what? I wouldn't have even said that if somebody would have said, hey, let me call Tim real quick, right? I've seen it done because obviously this isn't my first interaction. Officers can call Tim themselves and say, hey, I got a guy here. He's peacefully recording. He was standing in the corner, not bothering anybody, right? So he's not causing a scene. He's peacefully recording, right? Even if you don't want to say at this point exercising his rights, that's what Tim's going to tell you I'm doing. You got a guy standing in a corner, not talking to anybody, peacefully. Can we trespass him? No. They can't do that. That's what he's going to tell you. And nobody's even willing to, you know, and you wonder why I'm not willing to hear you guys out, because you guys aren't even willing to pick up a phone before you potentially violate somebody's rights. And coming from somebody who's been through this in the last month in Marion County, I swore that would be the last favor I said. That's 3 times now. It'd be 4 times. Do yourselves a favor and call Lieutenant Reitnauer in Centralia. He will tell you precisely what I'm doing. That's the last bone that I can throw you guys. Otherwise, you just do not care about our constitutional rights. That's the bottom line. And that we've gotten familiar as I've exercised my rights, and they made the mistake 3 weeks ago of, under threat of arrest, me leaving the Centralia DHS office, and they made a mistake, okay? I was in contact with Reitnauer. He was in contact with Tim Hudspeth. Bottom line, I'm good to go. In the area. From the prosecuting attorney himself, I was not in violation of the trespass statute, and actually they apologized for violating my rights. The officers that threatened to arrest me if I didn't leave the Department of Human Services in Centralia made a mistake and got reprimanded. So I don't know what else to give you guys, you know? I mean, you just want me to give you the whole story, or, you know, and that is the whole story. I'm allowed to do this, and you guys aren't even willing to pick the phone up, you know? It's bothersome that you can't even pick a phone up. I even, outside of what I'm obligated to do, read you a statute, and you heard it. I refuse to leave, and who thereby interferes with somebody's lawful use or enjoyment of the building or land. You can't convert a constitutionally protected activity into a crime. So I'm not trespassing, I'm not refusing to identify, I'm not failing to leave, I'm none of them things. I'm a free man. So am I still being detained?
We're going to speak with Officer Maverick, SOS Police. He's going to be right back out.
Are you guys leaving? Okay, I just want to make sure because, you know.
Okay, there's the Secretary of State officer in there. Yep, he'd be the one to go to.
I just happened to walk up here.
I'll get it.
I got some clarification for you, buddy. Okay. So you are allowed inside, just not recording, okay? So as of right now, you're not being trespassed from the property, okay? But you can't be inside recording. You can be outside recording, okay? But you can't be inside recording. You understand?
Did he convey to you what he's doing? Because I'm just curious. I'm still pushing. I'm really hazarding you guys to call Tim Hudspeth.
Yeah.
That I don't know what else to give you. I gave them. You can call Lieutenant Reitnauer in Centralia. He just dealt with this in less than a month. I'm good to go, man. I'm exercising rights.
You're not allowed inside to record. You can go inside if you have business to conduct. You can record outside.
Yeah, I've got a FOIA request.
And you can be outside recording, okay? Any other questions as far as regarding case law and stuff, I would ask that you contact that number on that paper that I provided you. Okay?
So when I go inside to file my FOIA request,
If you're recording, then we're going to have some issues because I already told you not to go inside without.
what kind of issues?
Because I told you once not to go inside recording. So then it's trespassing because
Okay.
then you're doing something that I told you not to.
Okay. And that's lawful. As far as you're under the impression that you're not willing to investigate any further, that's lawful.
Do you have any questions?
I don't have a question. I'm trying to educate and I'm making a statement that this is lawful, and I'm really just asking that you heed my advice and call the local attorney here who's already done his due diligence and investigated for you guys, that I'm good to go. If you're not willing to do that, then I guess you deserve the litigation that's going to follow. That's just the bottom line. You're going to be stripped of your qualified immunity.
So like I said before, any other questions?
State's Attorney, Tim Hudspeth. He advised me that's a public place. You can be in here. We cannot trespass.
Thank you.
So,
Swagler?
with that being
Detective
said,
Swagler?
Detective Swagler.
Appreciate it. It took long enough, but
Salem Police Department, we're
You're
going
out.
to be on our way.
yeah, you're not going to enforce. So,
Let me speak with you for just a minute.
you guys' body cam's not muted, right?
My cam is on.
Not muted? Appreciate that, sir. Thank God.
This is what the temple does as far as that.
Appreciate it, sir. I'm going to come inside with you since I do have the right
You did say
to.
as long as you stay in the public area, obviously.
Yeah, of course.
don't
That's
go-
all I had been doing.
Okay.
Didn't bother anybody.
Secretary or with the state's attorney, and he advised me at this point, since it is a public place, that he is able to be here. This is our Marion County State's attorney. So,
I mean, as long as they're happy.
from Salem PD, from our standpoint, there's nothing that we can do. I mean, no laws being broken.
SOS.
As far as SOS,
Not this
that's,
one, not
that's,
in our
on-
system.
that's gonna be up to
Is he still out here?
Yeah, he's still out there.
Okay.
But, we're gonna go ahead and
Wrap it up.
clear.
Okay, yeah, I mean, whatever.
Address or-
I'm just doing what I'm supposed to do.
I get it. And I said that was my conversation with state's attorney, so that's how we're gonna handle it. Okay?
And is Ryan gonna follow up before he leaves?
I'll tell him to.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll let him know.
Okay. All right, thank you.
Appreciate that.
Yep. Good to see you.
Have a good one.
Did you need any help?
Do you guys have a FOIA request form? If not, I can just write it on a blank sheet.
I don't think that we have a form.
Yeah, if you don't care to grab that, just because we're not supposed to use anything just from them, because they're strictly on.
Yeah.
You can come over here. You have your license on you? Is there on your name only?
Yep.
Alright, I'm gonna have you sign here, and then put your name
I just want to be clear. I'm not doing this to get under your skin. I know it may.
Well,
That, you know,
I don't
and
take it personally.
thankfully.
But I don't know if I can find this form for you because I can't search.
Yeah, and if not, I can just write it on a blank sheet. And and I'll be honest with you, the only thing that I'm set out to do is peacefully exercise my rights and hopefully educate people that may not know. You know, that's it. That's about it. So, you know, I understand you guys have your process. Thankfully, one of them guys finally called the state's attorney and, you know, pulled their head out of their butt. But, you know, that's all I'm doing is just peacefully exercising my rights.
You can put me on YouTube.
Probably.
If you get a lot of views, do I get royalties?
No, I don't get a lot of views.
Is that
This
what you're
is
looking for?
I'm gonna put you on hold real quick and actually.
yeah, I can work with that.
Because
Now, just so you know, it's going to be filed anonymously. So if it's going to be a waste of time or something, I just won't even. But they get filed anonymously.
I've never filed one before.
So, you know, basically, dude, I'm just going to fill it out. If I can just get a signed copy.
I'll just send it to that address right there.
Yeah, perfect. That's all I'm looking to do. Hand it in to you, get a signed copy that you guys received it. I'll head out. You guys forward it. They'll contact me or I'll contact them.
Well, there's no spot in here for me to sign.
Just anywhere, just, you know, received by whoever, and then you go scan me a Xerox copy, and appreciate that.
So I have a guy on hold.
Do you mind if I step outside with this for a second, or you'd rather me leave it right here?
Fine. No, you can take that form out. That's
Okay, I'm just gonna step outside. I'll be back before you guys. I'm just gonna be right out in the parking lot for a sec while they're out here. Till 5, half hour. I appreciate that.
Almost like a license, it's got different things on it.
Got a little kiosk on it. And they've got a flyer there that tells you all what you need for it.
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay, thank you.
Hey, so just out of curiosity, are you guys still recording just because you're on scene, or is it like, how does that work with you guys?
Our body cam's on from the time we get on scene to the time we leave.
Yep.
Sure. How's the muting policy? Like when you guys are conferring together, they can be muted, or don't mute it at all? Keep it. That wasp was flying around. I thought it went on your back. I was just gonna.
You're not competing with that way.
Yeah.
Now it's in his car. There, I can sit down with him, totally figure out whatever he's doing. There's no waiting on for anything.
Honestly, anything.
Well, dude.
Appreciate it, Detective Swagler. So they don't get muted at all.
I rarely ever mute mine. The only time they really ever get muted is, I mean, it's really just dependent.
Yeah.
14 satisfactory.
All right, well, I'm gonna be inside filling out my FOIA requests. Obviously, I won't be anywhere restricted or after hours or anything like that. I appreciate it.
Yep.
You know, and I'm not trying to be a dick. It does kind of suck that he was the only one willing to heed my warning.
Well, that's the supervisor for today, so I let him make that call.
Yeah,
So,
you know, but the oath that you swore to uphold, you should be happy to investigate them routes. You know,
Yeah.
I just hope that moving forward, you know, that you're going to be willing whenever somebody's pleading with you that they're not in violation of the law and they give you a direct avenue that could rectify the situation immediately, that you would at least try. You know, that's all I'm looking for, man.
Yeah,
I
got you.
I've lived a lot of my life not knowing my own rights, and I've lived a lot of my life not knowing my rights, and I'm very passionate about just peacefully exercising them and hopefully educating anybody who's willing to listen. That's all. You know, there's a lot for me to learn still. I'm not going to say that won't ever make another mistake in my life, or that I haven't ever.
Yeah.
You know, we all make mistakes. I'm not crucifying you for it. I'm just, you know, I'm borderline crucifying him for it because he was willing to escalate where you guys remained cool. Even in the face of adversity, you guys remained cool. You didn't go the avenue, but he was escalating, you know, and that sucks. That's tyrannical behavior, you know, so.
Yep, he's still making phone calls, but like he said, on the Salem Police Department side of things, we're done. I just don't want to leave another officer behind, so I'm going to hang around until he's gone. So.
Coming from your guys' prosecuting attorney who investigated this already over the last month, we should have enough faith in his intelligence that he done his due diligence. He already called the Attorney General's office.
Yep.
We've been more privacy, secure, sensitive places than this. So I appreciate it. I won't hold you up anymore. Have a good one.
Thank you for watching this video until the end. On a cloudy afternoon in Salem, Illinois, a peaceful town of just over 7,000 residents, a more than 40-minute audit of the right to record inside the DMV lobby ended not with the sound of handcuffs or a citation, but with the silent retreat of those who had threatened trespass charges and demanded ID, from tense arguments echoing through the narrow space to the clear reading of 720 ILCS 5 statutes, and the pivotal phone call to the state's attorney that shifted the entire outcome. Everything proved that when you understand the law and stand firm, the balance of power can tip toward the citizen. This was not just a personal victory for the main figure, but a powerful reminder that civil rights only exist if we are willing to defend them. For every citizen, remember this: recording in public areas is a right protected by law. But respect restricted zones, maintain a calm attitude, and always be ready to cite legal grounds. If asked to present ID, clarify the legal basis and only provide it when the legal conditions are met. Keep learning, sharing, and exercising your rights every day so that no one can take them away. Do not forget to subscribe to Mr. Right and leave the comment R below to share your opinion.